Dr. Paul, it's Mehul Mehta from New Jersey. I have a question about campaign tactics. The first meeting I went to in Philadelphia for the Philadelphia Ron Paul meeting, I was pretty passionate about the monetary policy and returning the United States to sound money, having heard you talk about the same thing. And pretty much the consensus amongst the people who were at the meeting was, oh, don't talk about that stuff. It's too complicated. The average IQ of the average American people can't understand it. So I'd like to hear from you directly as to, A, should we be talking about this as a campaign item, and B, how do we best communicate the message?
Well, you know, I did get to bring up the monetary issue in the first debate. I didn't mention the word gold, but I merely, they talked about what taxes would we get rid of. I had already said we were going to get rid of the IRS and the income tax, so I went after the inflation tax. And, you know, in 60 seconds, I thought I was able to explain it pretty well, that, you know, when you spend too much and you print too much, the value of the money goes down and prices go up, and it goes up unfairly on the poor and the middle class. And the middle class gets wiped out, and Wall Street makes a lot of money. You know, I've explained this and talk about it all the time, but I don't think I have any trouble in a classroom of 12-year-olds, 8th graders. I can talk to them, and I think it makes so much sense that, you know, if you just print a lot of money, how's it going to have any value to it? Do you know, you won't believe this story, but there was a hearing that we had, and I brought up the subject of gold, and later on we were at a luncheon, and another member from the committee, the banking committee, came over and said, well, that was very interesting, you know, asking questions about gold and different things. She said, well, isn't our dollar still backed up by gold? Member of the banking committee. But you can teach it to kids. It's not that difficult. When the prices soar, you have to just tell them where the culprit is. The Federal Reserve System we can't have inflation without a Federal Reserve creating money out of thin air.
So, Congressman Paul, what are your three biggest challenges between now and the convention? And assuming money's one of them, what is your monetary goal to raise by December 31, and then the balance for the rest of the primary season?
The answer is as much as we can. There are some that think we can raise 20. I don't know. We're probably over 2 now, which is ahead of what I thought we could have done, you know, a few months ago. And if it keeps growing, we would raise 20, but this is too hard for me to predict. We haven't been through this too often. So, but our money, the one thing is our money goes a lot further than their money goes. They have just spent, I tell people that the campaigns of these other candidates, they're run like government. They're so ingrained in government, they waste most of their money. You know, they have spent tens of millions of dollars. We actually take people in our campaign, we hardly even pay them.
Congressman, this is a congressional question. I've heard about the Military Commissions Act getting passed last year, suspending the writ of habeas corpus. And I'm just wondering, how did that get through? And with the Democrats in control in this session, is there any hope of appealing that?
Not too much. We need a new president. No, a lot of them don't care, and they think it's necessary. Hardly any of them know that in the DOD budget last year, the Insurrection Act was changed, which makes it very, very easy to declare martial law. That's on the books, which essentially has eliminated posse comitatus. We've eliminated, for American citizens, the ideas of habeas corpus. A lot of those individual liberties have been destroyed. But I tell you what, we have a real expert tonight, and he's going to be talking later on. He knows this subject a lot better than I do. And matter of fact, he's so famous he came and talked to my small group of libertarian-leaning colleagues, and we had a fantastic evening. So I am looking forward to our after-dinner speech by the famous judge. Thank you very much.